Hey, what's going on, everybody? Tim Castleman here, and I want to take just a few minutes of your time to tell you about an amazing, dare I say, life-changing experience that I just had down in Austin, Texas. Let me tell you what happened, who it involved, and most importantly, why it affects you. You see, I, like a lot of you guys, probably went out and bought this book. You can see it right there, the Ask book by Ryan Levesque, about a year, maybe even close to 2 years ago now, when it became a New York Times bestseller, like an Amazon bestseller. This thing I remember being a published author myself. This thing debuted at #1. Let me say that again. It debuted at #1. #1, not in its category. I mean the #1 book sold in all of Amazon. So I'm sure it made it onto all the bestseller lists. And if you're like me, you bought this book, right? You read it. You thought, man, this is really awesome. And then maybe, unfortunately, life got in the way. You got busy and just really didn't do much, if anything, with it. Well, lucky for you and lucky for me, Ryan was kind enough to invite me down to Austin, Texas recently to take part in a 3-day intensive course. And when I say it's intensive, here's what I mean by that. I mean, I transferred from this little book right here to this monstrosity right here. I mean, we're talking, you got worksheets, you got examples, you got templates, you got the appendix. I mean, this thing, huge, right? Absolutely freaking huge. And over the course, let me set that down out of the way, right? Over the course of 3 days, we worked on it step by step by step. And what you get to see is that the Ask method really isn't what you thought it was. You know, some people think, oh, it's just a quiz funnel. Oh, it's just a way to do this. Let me tell you what it truly is. I truly believe that the Ask funnel, okay, and all of its components are the way to get started in any market, are the way to find out exactly what your customers want, to use your own customers' language to help sell and support their products, and ultimately give you an unfair advantage over all of the people out there who just want to sell a one-size-fits-all solution. But more than the content, let me tell you about the event itself. Austin, Texas, 3 days, just amazing, amazing content. Ryan taught from morning to night, all 100% by himself. He had some amazing support crew there to make sure he had everything he needed, but he taught it all himself. He broke everything down. He opened the kimono, to borrow from Tim Ferriss, right? He showed us a $1 million niche funnel that you would never even guess. I could give you literally a million guesses. You'd never get it, right? He showed us ads. He showed us templates. He gave us the golden ticket, if you will. And that was only half of the reason that I was blown away by this event. The second reason I was blown away by it is the people in the room. You had people from Mind Valley. You had companies in there that were doing 10 million. You even had a few $100 million companies who had all come down to Austin, had all paid the $10,000 to listen to Ryan, to go through the method and the intensive method themselves, and as a result, leave with something that was real and tangible. So not only were the people in the room there, the other thing that really surprised me is the diversity, right? Normally when I go to IM events, it's internet marketers trying to sell to other internet marketers. This was an internet marketer selling in niches that had nothing to do with internet marketing. In fact, I'd guess that the income that Ryan makes from his internet marketing stuff far is exceeded in other niches. I'm sure that he makes a great living doing this, but I'm sure he makes a really great living doing everything else that he does, including one funnel he showed us, by the way, 2008. Started in 2008, still 2016, it's still up and running. And of course, I want to serve the last praise up for the man himself. You know, I have been around in this game since 2008, 2009. You see a lot of flash, you see a lot of bling. What you don't see is a quiet humbleness, and a guy who clearly knows what he's doing, doesn't have to show you, you know, the fancy internet marketing lifestyle video with the fake yacht and the rented Porsches, you know, and the private jet that they taxi out on the runway to get that one photo of you entering or exiting it, right? This isn't a guy that's going to be a Gary Vaynerchuk or even a Grant Cardone as far as being in your face and rah, rah, rah. It's a guy who's silently just destroying it. Multiple markets, multiple niches with a quiet intensity and humbleness that just frankly blew me away. And that's why it's taken me so long to share my experience with you, because I actually was pretty emotional after that event for several days. And I kept trying to think, like, what made that event so great? Dare I say life-changing? Dare I say it even the best event that I ever attended. And really, it comes down to the man behind it, his amazing team, and the awesome people that were in the audiences, and the lifelong lessons that we're going to take. Anytime that you get a chance to work with Ryan, whether it be to buy his book, which I highly recommend, to go to one of his intensives, to join a mastermind, to buy anything and everything that guy puts out. I put my heart and soul behind this endorsement. You could not learn from a better person than Ryan Levesque. And I am speaking that as someone that's spending my own hard-earned time and money with him as well. So I look forward to seeing you in any of his programs, because I will definitely be there. And hopefully I get to meet you at one of his intensives down the line. Ryan, I just want to take a second to personally thank you for inviting me. It was truly a business-changing event, not only from what you presented, but also the people in the audiences and the connections that I made. And it's great to see someone out there that you don't mind sending your people to, my customers to, because I know you walk the talk. I know you do what you teach, and I know that this isn't a flash in the pan. This is something you've been perfecting year after year after year, and I'm excited to see what you have next, and I can't wait to be a part of it.